Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I have a video to share with you guys about some upcoming goals for myself. As you guys know, I am a bit of a shopaholic. I love to shop. I love to purchase makeup. I love to try different types of makeup out. However, I've noticed it's gotten a little out of hand lately. So I am setting some new goals for myself, and it's not a no buy goal because I've tried that before and it just didn't work. So this time what I'm doing is a low buy goal. So that way there I can still purchase certain things, but there's certain things that I know that I really don't need. So there are some things that are like no buy specifically, and there are some things that I'm going to allow myself still to purchase. But I'm going to talk about that as well as some things I'm going to be doing instead of like doing a lot of hauls. So you won't see so many hauls on my channel. You'll still see hauls here and there. So what I'll probably do is anything that I purchase for the month is do like a monthly haul. That way there, it's everything all compiled into one, and hopefully by the time that I do the haul, I will have already reviewed the items. That way there, I can just tell you guys how the item is, just in case you don't like watching review videos, you like hauls only. So that way there, it'll give you a little bit of information on both. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 20 things. So I have 20 things for this coming year. So 2020, I have 20 items that I am going to discuss. So I'm going to start it now. So it's going to be starting it next month, which is November. So I'm going to be starting all of these goals for next month, kind of like dipping my toes into it, seeing how it's going to go, seeing what I need to kind of like adjust. But I'm also going to be taking some tips and suggestions from you guys. So I want you guys to give me any tips or suggestions on how to do a low buy if you've done a low buy before, or possibly ways to talk yourself out of to buy things if you see something that, if you're like me and you're like a, what is it called? An impulse buyer. If you're an impulse buyer, let me know what are some tips on how you can stop being an impulse buyer. That would be really awesome. So I'm going to go through the items that are going to be some no buys as well as some low buys. So the first item is a no hair tool. So I went through my stash of hair tools and I realized I have a ton of curling irons. I have a couple curling irons. I think I have quite a few curling irons. I have like flat irons. I also have a couple hair dryers. So I'm like, I'm good. Do not need to purchase any more hair tools. I think we are good in that department. The next thing is no lipsticks. I personally am not somebody who loves to wear lipstick every day in the first place. So for me, if I don't wear lipstick, it's not the end of the world. I can throw a chapstick on. I've got an entire drawer full of lipsticks. I've got a little caddy behind you guys that's full of lipsticks. And I've got this little rotating rack up behind me that's full of lipsticks as well. And that's plenty. I need to actually go through those and kind of dwindle that down, give some to my family members to see if they want them. I don't like to sell lipsticks just because I think it's a little hard to sanitize those. So the next thing is foundation. So I was going to actually say no foundations, but I changed it to one foundation per quarter. So every 3 months I'm allowed to buy a new foundation because I am a foundation fiend. I love trying out different types of foundations. Plus I like telling you guys about them. So if you have dry skin like me and you're looking for a good foundation, I still want to be able to give you that information. So I'm still going to allow myself to buy one every quarter so that still can be purchased. And the next thing is, if you've seen my perfume collection, then you know I don't need any perfume. So I'm on a no perfume for 2020. So absolutely no perfumes. If I get a perfume like in a subscription service, that's different, which I highly doubt because I don't think we've ever gotten a perfume in a subscription service other than like little sample sizes. The next one is no body lotions. I started looking at my stash of body lotions and I was astounded by how many I have. It's ridiculous. I have a ton of body lotions, so I need to actually use those up because they will go bad. So I need to use those up and just not buy anymore until at least for 2020. No lotions for 2020. The next one is no skincare unless I'm out of something specifically, like my different gel. I love my different gel and that's something I use regularly and it's not super expensive. So I still will be purchasing that, but only when I run out. I'm not going to backstash a bunch of it. So that's what I mean by like no skincare. So no skincare that's needed unless you've used up everything else. Like I've got a ton of moisturizers. I've got a ton of sheet masks. I'm going to start doing masking again on my channel just because I think it's fun to mask with you guys. We can just kind of chat and mask and just hang out together. The next one is no mascaras. I've got a ton of mascaras. I've got a backup drawer down here that's full of mascaras as well as some other items that I need to actually get through because they are going to go bad. The next one is no brushes. I have a ton of brushes. I have a drawer completely jam-packed full of brushes that are not even displayed up behind me. So I need to actually go through those brushes and figure out which ones I definitely want to keep, and then let some other people have the rest, because honestly there's so many down there that are not being utilized. It's kind of a wasted space and wasted tool. So I need to not buy any more brushes. The next one is no hair products unless I use something completely up. So like if I use up a hairspray that I specifically use, which I highly doubt that I will, because I have a cabinet that's like dedicated to hair products and it's very full. So I don't think I'm going to need any of those. The next one is no eyeshadow singles. This is something I've kind of figured out about myself along the way, is that I don't gravitate towards eyeshadow singles. I only use palettes for some reason, and I don't know why. Even if I've taken a lot of singles and put them into like a whatever, like a palette like itself, I don't want to call it the specific one that we all call them, because that brand is not very nice. But anyway, I don't want to put, even if I've put them into a palette like that, I still don't use them. So I am not going to buy any singles at all this year. Next year, or starting November through 2020. No beauty sponges. I've got a ball mason jar full of beauty sponges, and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, am I collecting sponges now? What? No. I'm not Elaine from Seinfeld. I don't need to collect sponges. So anyway, the next one is no face masks. As I was saying that I need to not get any more skincare, face masks is definitely one. I have two masking drawers. I have one for masks that are like the jar type masks, and then I have the sheet mask drawer. So I have a ton of masks that I need to get through. The next one is no cleansers unless I use them all. I have a drawer dedicated to cleansers, and that drawer is pretty much jam-packed full of cleansers that I need to use to clean my face with. So unless that drawer gets emptied out in 2020, I'm not purchasing any more cleansers. The next one is number 14. It is one blush or one blush palette every 2 months. So every other month, I'm allowed to purchase one blush or one blush palette. That's what I'm going to allow myself, just because I know that I still want to have things for you guys to review as well. But I don't need to go overboard, because you guys saw my blush declutter recently, and I did quite a few that I got rid of, and I felt better because my drawer looks a lot more organized and I can see everything in there. I'd like to do the like one in, one out type of thing. Like if I get a new blush, I need to take one out. I'd like to do that concept, but I'm not sure that would work for me, but I can try that. The next one is number 15. One highlighter or one highlighter palette every 2 months. So the same thing there. I have a ton of highlighters. I have not cleaned out my highlighter singles yet, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but the highlighter single drawer needs to be decluttered because it's pretty full. So I'm only going to allow myself one every other month, just because, again, I would still like to review things with you guys. So I know that this is a beauty channel, and I still want to keep kind of up to date on certain things. There's certain things that I know that when they come out, I'm still going to want to get those. The next one is one contour, one bronze type of palette or single every quarter. So every 3 months I can get a bronze or a contour. So that's, to me, very legitimate, because I don't have a ton of bronzers, because I went through those and I did a great job of decluttering. And the ones I have right now, I know I absolutely love, so it's not like I need any, but that will still help me out. The next one is one primer every quarter. So I have a drawer full of primers. This is something I could probably cut back to one primer every 4 months, honestly, because I don't think I really need any more primers. I've got a ton in there that I need to go through and get rid of because they're not great for my skin type. So I still need to declutter that drawer as well. The next one is 2 eyeshadow palettes per month. I'm allowed to have 2 eyeshadow palettes. And the reason why I say that is because, first of all, I'm an eyeshadow palette junkie. So you can't take everything away from somebody who's like me. You love to purchase everything. So I'm still allowed to purchase 2 eyeshadow palettes a month, because I still want to have current and up-to-date things to review with you guys. And I think that eyeshadow palettes bring me joy. So why take away everything that brings you joy? You shouldn't have to do that. So I'm going to downsize it though, because you guys know in like a haul I can probably have like 15 palettes. I mean, literally I can have that like 15 palette haul, and that'd be nothing for me. So 2 a month is plenty. 1 polish per month, 1 nail polish. I am back into nail polishes, although my nails are like empty right now, they're naked. I do love nail polishes, so I still want to purchase a nail polish here and there, because I love to paint my nails. It's kind of relaxing. It's kind of like my therapy, I guess you could say. You sit down and paint your nails. That's what art is for me too as well. So when I craft, that's the same thing. 1 setting spray per quarter. So 1 setting spray every quarter as well. I don't really need any right now. So honestly, I could probably say every 4 months for that as well. Let's change both of those. So let's change the primer to instead of every quarter, to every 4 months. And then also the setting spray, instead of it being per quarter, it's going to be every 4 months. That's still plenty. That's going to give me still 3 a year that I can purchase. That's more than enough. Okay, so those are the low buy goals for my 2020. So it's 20 goals for 2020. So I'm going to need you guys to help me kind of stick to those goals. And then at the end of the month, each month, I'm going to do a haul. And then you guys will definitely see the items that I purchased. So it should not be anything over these items that I've said in here. So I'm going to stick this somewhere. I'm actually going to probably put it onto a board or something, so I remember. Not only because, you know, I need to remember what my goals are, but also because if I get into like those shopping modes, I can look at my board and be like, no girl, you can't purchase any more palettes this month. You've already purchased your 2. You're done. You're cut off. So anyway, that is my goal for that as well. But I also want to do like a project pan. So I've never done a project pan, so I'm a little nervous about doing that, but I would love to do it. So if you guys have tips or suggestions on how to do a project pan, I would love to hear your tips, your suggestions on like the best things to choose. I don't know, like how long you should do the project pan, or is it fun to do like a project pan that's themed? Let me know your tips and suggestions on project pan, because I really would like to do a project pan as well. And then also I want to do some no buys, or some what I'm not gonna buy type videos, or like what Samantha March does in her Will I Buy It series. So I'm going to do a Will I Buy It series very similar to Samantha March's. So I'm going to do that as well in combination with these other goals. So you're still going to get some videos and everything. It's just not going to be a bunch of hauls. So it'll be a lot more reviews. It'll be some more Will I Buy It. It'll be some project panning. It'll be some collection type videos. I guess you could do those, but still like kind of keeping me up to date. I would love to figure out a way to get my whole makeup organization done, like so that it's actually in my phone, so that I know exactly what I have and what color I have and everything like that. So that's something else I'm going to be working on. So if you guys have any tips or suggestions for doing a low buy, or for doing a no buy in certain instances, let me know, because I could greatly use those. So I know a lot of you guys already do a lot of the project panning. You already do a lot of low buys. Let me know what you do to help yourself to get through these things. I know some people have said to like unsubscribe from emails and things like that. That can help as well. I do have quite a few points racked up at Ulta right now, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do with those points is use those points as Christmas gifts, because we still have the holiday season coming up. So that would be a great way to use those points, and it's not going towards more stuff that I just don't need. So that would be something I'm probably going to do with those points. I still will probably get like a palette, because I'm allowed to have 2. So I probably will still get a palette out of those points as well, but I am planning to use most of the points for Christmas gifts, because I think that's a great way to utilize those points and still feel good about doing it. And I'm not purchasing things that I don't need. So anyway, let me know if you have tips or suggestions. I am excited about our goals for next year. It makes me a little nervous. I'll be honest. It makes me a little nervous, because someone who loves to shop, don't think I'm not going to do my Dollar Tree hauls though, because they're still going to come, because Dollar Tree is my favorite place to go, because I love to craft. And my crafting, I don't mind having extra supplies of those, because the crafts that I do, I give them away. So anything that I make, I give it away. So, or I'll use it in my house. So for me, crafting is still going to be something I do. I'm planning to actually bring some more crafts onto my channel as well. I would love to do 2 crafts per month. So 2 crafts per month. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. We could do every other week, do a craft, and then the other alternating weeks we could do my Dollar Tree stuff, because let you guys know some things that you could pick up at the Dollar Tree that would save you some money, or some things that are great for crafting, or whatever it could be. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, your opinions. I am super excited. Let me know we're on this low buy train together, if you are doing it as well for next year. I don't know. I know for me, I'm just honestly just kind of tired of looking around and seeing that I have so much that just is not being used, and it makes me feel kind of guilty, to be honest. Let me know your goals, and also let me know your tips. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.